Hey y'all, Farmer Dre back. Guys, on a beautiful day here on the farm. I am out here in high tunnel number 3, and I'm gonna go ahead and start off the morning by staking tomatoes. Alrighty, so over here where we got the, if you guys don't recall, we all determinate varieties, all bush type tomatoes. So we got Red Deuce in this tunnel, and one row Carolina Golds in here. So this middle row here is Carolina Golds. Carolina Golds are a little more vigorous than this Red Deuce, but overall they're still pretty good. You could tell here some of these Carolina Golds are reaching the top of the 5-foot T-post, and you can see through here, production is still phenomenal. I mean, just awesome. I think in here I'm gonna hit a record this year with the production here. The plants are just looking good, nice and healthy. Crop load is great. The fruit has amazing quality to it. We came through here last week and picked a few hundred pounds. So once we got done picking number 1, I was like, you know what? I grabbed the 3 or 4 half bushel boxes, and I was like, oh, there's probably not that many in here. When we got done picking, we picked around 300 pounds out of here. So they're coming on pretty good. That first cluster of tomatoes is coming on strong, and the quality in here is absolutely phenomenal. Just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, nice number 1 tomatoes. There's hardly any seconds in here, just because it's just the perfect environment. Beautiful tomatoes. Look at this, absolutely gorgeous. A lot of those first clusters there are finishing up, ripening in here, and then some more in there. So all kinds of beautiful stuff in here. So once I get done staking here, we're gonna come through here and pick, and I'm starting to see a little bit of a spider mite issue. It's kind of like a number 1, and one of you guys commented that be careful to not carry some of the spider mites from over there, number 1, in here, and somehow they made themselves in here. So once we get done harvesting today, I'm gonna come through here and take care of that. Hopefully be just one and done, a single spray, and be done with that. We'll see. I mean, spider mites are kind of a pain. It's my first year ever dealing with them. If you guys recall, we had a big issue with them in the high tunnel of strawberries, and the second one there, and then they carried into number 1, and now into number 3 here. Just very little. I mean, some of these leaves are starting to speckle up a little bit. So as you can see there, that's speckling there, spider mite issue. Just the itty bitty, you could hardly see them. So it's not too fun to deal with, but I'm glad I caught that here early on. Try to manage it a little better than I did in number 1 there. But overall, this tunnel, like I said, it's been looking, look at this, gorgeous, beautiful fruit, keeping it going strong. Another issue I've been seeing in here, and it's very minor, probably 3 tomatoes I saw, is a blossom end rot. And if you guys aren't familiar with blossom end rot, I mean, I'm pretty sure the most common problem in a garden is blossom end rot, and I picked them out and threw them out just because those tomatoes aren't going to do much. But it's where the bottom of the tomato, where the flower just kind of has a big old black splotch there. So what that is, that's lack of calcium inside the tomato. And you know, the main easiest way to to diagnose it is calcium deficiency in the plant. But a lot of times, I know there should be plenty of calcium in the soil, and one thing that causes that, first things first, is irregular watering. So if I'm coming out here different times of the day throughout the week and turning on the irrigation system, that causes that. And another thing is a low potassium can also trigger that lack of calcium. So I'm gonna try, I come in here, every other day whenever I'm out here. So I'm gonna try to come out here pretty regularly at the exact same time every day. It's kind of hard. I'm probably an hour, 2-3 hours in between them. So maybe that's the issue. I might just feed them some calcium nitrate, try to bump up that calcium levels in there. But so far, I haven't seen any issues in here so far, just on those 3 tomatoes. So just watching out for, making sure that then none of the other tomatoes in here get affected. So I saw this comment last week, and if you guys, I probably don't respond to your comments, but I read them. We're just super busy on the farm here, and with everything going on, as you can see here, my videos have been kind of scattery here lately. We're just super busy doing all kinds of other things and getting ready for, getting everything going on the farm the way it should be done. But I saw a comment, and someone commented that, on the mite video, on the spider mite video number 1 there, that, I don't think high tunnels are worth it. And, high tunnels, I can make a complete video on if high tunnels are worth it, and if they're even worth keeping. And yes, high tunnels are the only way to go. They are the way of the future. Plastic culture protection is the only way to do it. But the way I see it, if I only show you guys my successes and how to do things, then you guys will never learn from me, because if I don't show you guys my failures and the things that I'm dealing with, then there's no point of just trying to show you guys the good side of it. So here on my channel, I try to show you guys, I mean, the good and a lot of the areas where you guys can learn from, the disease issues, the insect issues, just so you guys can learn something from me. I don't want to be that guy that just shows the best parts of my farm and that's about it. You know, I'm the kind of person that I want to show you guys the worst of it, just so you guys can learn something from me. And, you know, try not to do what I'm, you know, if there's like the blossom end rot issue, I don't want you guys to have any blossom end rot issues on your tomatoes. So that's why I'm always, you know, criticizing myself and always trying to correct myself. But overall, these plants are looking good. I mean, they're absolutely beautiful. A lot of green fruit on them. You know, if I only showed you guys the good sides of growing tomatoes, you guys would probably think growing tomatoes is super easy, which, I mean, in a way, it's not too bad. But, you know, it's always good to show the other side of things and just round it off and do it that way. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start staking these. As you can see here, they're a little leggy. They could use some tightening up. I did this middle row Carolina Golds, and these rows right here, you can see here, you could see all the way down through those. Now, if I'm talking about issues in this tunnel, I'm starting to see a little bit of botrytis in here, and just because there is very minimal airflow through here, we have no fans set up in this tunnel other than the sides opening up, and then of course the doors aren't up here, but there's very minimal airflow. Like this morning, there's no wind at all. It's really musty. It's just kind of misting outside, so there's no airflow. And at really hot temperatures, that's when the bacteria and the fungus thrives. So that's the only issue here. I did come through, if you guys recall, and I pruned the bottoms, so the bottoms aren't really thick, so that kind of helps out a little bit. But this is what we're seeing here is you know, some of the dying back of those leaves are in the center of the plants, and that's just lack of airflow through here. So, you know, maybe I should do a better job of snipping off and cutting off the leaves here, but it's not too bad. It's very moderate. When I come through here and take care of the spider mite issues, I'm gonna throw a fungicide in the tank there to try to control it even better, you know, just to make sure that it doesn't keep on spreading and it doesn't keep on moving on and might potentially hurt my crop. So all kinds of fun stuff going on. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start staking here, and it goes pretty quick, 10 minutes or so, and be done. So got done staking tomatoes, and we're out here picking tomatoes this morning. These are coming out number one. Number one has kind of slowed down here a little bit, but now we're picking at number 3 here. We should get done here pretty quick. We got a few boxes coming out number 3 here, so look at this. These are all out of here. Beautiful, gorgeous, beautiful tomatoes. So we will see how many we harvest this at today, and then we'll get in the warehouse and grade them. Alrighty, so just got done picking tomatoes here. This is today's picking right here. We got close to 1,200 pounds. So not too bad. We got quite a bit out of number 3 here. They're just starting to come on real nice. But the quality in this tunnel here is just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful tomatoes. That's why I strive so hard to grow beautiful tomatoes. So plants are looking good. Just got done. We staked them this morning, and now it is time until later on this week to finish picking them. We should be good to go. I'm gonna take these in the warehouse and grade them and put them in the boxes ready for the farmers market. So we sell tomatoes at pretty much every single farmers market we go to. There's a few that we don't take tomatoes at, but that's just part of the process. But we sell a lot of tomatoes this time of year. I mean, tomato season is upon us, so that's good. I mean, we harvest so many, now it's time to get rid of them. So the plan is right now, after I take this in the warehouse, I am going to connect the sprayer and get on top of the spider mites here, just because I don't want the same thing to happen like I did number 1 there. And then if you have too much spider mite damage, then your fruit starts speckling, and then you get into other issues down the road. But so far the fruit is still perfectly fine in here. It's just the plants are giving a little bit of symptoms of it, so we have to figure it out. So that's the plan. Let's go ahead and take this in the warehouse.